How's it going, family? Welcome back to the channel. So, you may be wondering, does the crypto stream still support Lillian Finance? In fact, are we still bullish on Lillian Finance? We wanted to come out with a video to let you know that we are still bullish. In fact, we are more bullish than ever. If we sit down and take a seat and we ponder and we think to ourselves, what got us into this cryptocurrency? Not us specifically here at the crypto stream, but you at home that may be invested into Lillian Finance yourselves, or you at home that may be reading about Lillian Finance and standing on the sidelines thinking about, what should I do? Should I get invested in a project, or what should I do? This is not financial advice on this channel, by the way. I have to put that out there, but we're just having a little fireside conversation here, guys. I think that we need to take a dive into what the utilities are for Lillian Finance and why we should all be bullish on this project. In fact, why we should be happy that we are early into Lillian Finance. Guys, walk over to me right quick. Let's set the scene for this story. Let's go over here and take a look at Lillian Finance website. First and foremost, I wanted to say that this website has been put together very, very, very professionally. And this speaks to the development team and the fact that they mean business. One of the things that Lillian Finance is promoting is the fact that it relates to a next generation medical finance blockchain. Lillian Finance is identifying those areas such as payment processing and things of that nature, and out of network payment processing and claims processing. And that is the area that they are targeting to make better. Now, let's stick a pin in that right quick, because I want to tell you that a lot of people, they're always on Twitter, they're saying to themselves, shield me the next 1000x gems, shield me the next 100x, next 10x, or whatever you want to call it. They are wanting to know that next crypto to help make them and their family a millionaire. Sometimes, guys, the answer might be right in front of you. You just don't want to accept that. Now, what I want to do is this. I want to set the scene and lay the groundwork to help you to understand that this is the time period where millionaires are minted. Put it another way, this is the time in red markets and when there's blood on the streets and when cryptos are have been beaten down as far as they can go, when everything seems like it's low, you can't get any worse. This is the time that you need to get involved. Make your investments, guys, because this is when millionaires are made. Now, with that point being put out there, one of the things I wanted to mention is specifically about Lillian Finance. Now, I'm going to call it a project for the purposes of this conversation, even though I think it's a movement because it's revolutionary in all seriousness. But we're going to call it a project for the purposes of this conversation. Okay? Is that all right? Thanks so much. All right. Now, Lillian Finance is a project that is setting its eyes to disrupt the healthcare industry. Now, you see a lot of these cryptos, especially after Shiba Inu came out, right? Meme token and Dogecoin, meme coin came out. You saw a lot of new cryptocurrencies, low market cap cryptocurrencies, meaning that they have a gazillion zeros after the decimal for the most part, come out, and it all got this utility involving coming out with a swap or coming out with this and coming out with that. But really, in reality, all of those cryptos are aiming to do the same thing. There can only be one leader in the space or a couple of leaders or top companies in the space that do the same thing until it's saturated. Lillian Finance is doing something that is unique. In fact, Lillian Finance is getting into the medical blockchain arena. And that in itself is disruptive technology. Let's look at it this way, guys. When Amazon came out, they were doing something that was unheard of. Amazon said they were going to have their own distribution network called FBA warehouses, and they were going to have their own little network where they were promised to get stuff delivered to you. Oh, and by the way, for free, and all you have to do is just pay an annual subscription fee. Let's just say $100. I know it was cheaper back then, but let's just say they started off selling textbooks, guys, and then it morphed into other things such as now you can buy whatever you want for the most part on Amazon. But when Amazon was in its early days, they were considered disruptive technology. No one believed that they would do what they said they would do. It was all pure speculation, guys. It was pure speculation. But those people that took a gamble and those people that took a risk, They were heavily rewarded if they invested into Amazon at its early inception in its early days. Guys, flash forward to 2023, the year that we are in now, the new year that we are in now. You have been made aware of Lillian Finance. You are at the ground floor of something that is going to be exponentially disruptive in terms of the healthcare industry. Now, the next thing I want to do is take you over here to read a little bit about Lillian Finance, particularly their white paper, guys, because I just wanted to point some things out. I'm not going to read it verbatim, but I think we need to take a step back because all of the hoopla that we've been concerned about in terms of when is it going to be listed on Coinbase? When is the next top tier one centralized exchange going to be announced? Well, sometime, guys, things happen. In crypto, in fact, things happen all the time. Lillian Finance is not the only crypto that has seen a delay from being listed on a top tier one centralized exchange. So that's nothing to be upset about. That is nothing to be worried about. Yes, you may be concerned that the development team came out and made an announcement that it was going to be listed. And traditionally, and key word is traditionally, cryptos don't make those announcements first. Instead, the centralized exchanges make those announcements. But we're going to chalk it up to what the developer said. They said they got permission not once, not twice, but multiple times that they were allowed to go ahead and say they were being listed on Coinbase exchange. And I believe them, guys. The development team hasn't done anything to cause any red flags to say, in my book, to say they are scamming anyone. They got too much to lose, guys. They're docs. People know how to get in touch with them. The IRS and the federal government can easily reach out and touch them. So those are the facts, guys. I'm not advocating for Lillian Finance. I'm not being paid by Lillian Finance. So let's squash that rumor right now. We here at the Crypto Stream are independent content influencers. We are independently telling you about the cryptos that we have on our radar that we say can help you to become a millionaire. That's our job here, not financial advice. We're just telling you about the place we're in, guys, so that when it happens, you cannot say we didn't tell you about it at the ground floor. Now, let's walk on over here, look our fingers, and walk on over here to this white paper. I just want to point out a few things here. As we scroll through this white paper, we can see some of the areas they're targeting is blockchain technology, out-of-network care. As we know, that is a big bear when it comes to healthcare, not only in terms of the difficulty in getting things approved and pre-authorizations and things of that nature when it comes to healthcare there, it's also has a big impact on people's ability to pay because usually out-of-network costs are enormous compared to in-network costs. Lillian Finance is looking to get involved in that area and change that area for the better. Lillian Finance is going to get involved with pediatric vascular I can't even talk, guys, but pediatric vascular malformations. There we go. It's a lot to say, but it's important to note. We mentioned that Lillian Finance is involved on the foundation side as well, where they are continuously saving lives and giving life-saving surgeries to children who are in need. And by the way, that's funded from the crypto side. Lillian Finance helps to make that possible. And while we're here, let me go ahead and stick a pin in that point because I want us to take a seat and think about this for a while because we're just having a fireside conversation, guys. We're just being practical here on why Lillian Finance is a diamond in the rough and why you may want to start paying attention to it and ignore all of this FUD out there that you may be hearing on Twitter, all of this FUD out there that you may be hearing on YouTube, all of this FUD that you may be hearing out here in a Telegram or wherever the social media that you pay attention to that you may be hearing the FUD from. A lot of wealthy people are very, very much involved when it comes to charitable foundations. There are a couple of reasons why. Number one, it is a great avenue for them to have tax write-offs. I'm just keeping it 100, guys. I'm just telling you the truth how it is. This is what we do here at the Crypto Stream. Don't you think that Lillian Finance having the foundation side is going to attract a lot of deep wallets to invest in the project? Not just the foundation side, but also the crypto project because they're tied together in a sense. They are. Guys, I'm just telling, I can go on and on for years and years and years. Just try to see what I'm trying to articulate to you here. Now, as we continue on back to this white paper, we can see that they are big when it comes to veterans care. They are big on that. And you can read this white paper yourself. You can just go to lillianfinance.com/white paper and you can read to your heart's desire. Now, the next thing I wanted us to look at is this. This is the Lillian Bay Foundation website. Now, we've talked about this before, but guys, like I said before, this is a legal entity. This is a 501c3 registered company, which means that they had to go through all kind of scrutiny from the federal government in order to get this designation from the IRS perspective and from the federal government perspective as well. If these folks had something to hide and wanted to scam people, it would be very difficult for them to get away with it, because at the end of the day, some of the same individuals, the development team that sit on the Lillian Finance, which is the crypto side of things, are also members of the board here over at Lillian Finance. So it would be very difficult for them to get away with anything that's trickery. Let's look at the team, guys. This is the team. You have Brad Beatty. He's one of the people that's on the development team for Lillian Finance, the crypto side. You got Cody Glenn. He's also another member of the development team on the crypto side. And then you see Sweet Lillian herself, who is the inspiration for this whole entire thing called Lillian Finance. Now, what I want to do is now, since I've made the case and let you know why we are still bullish on Lillian Finance, let's go ahead and take a look at some pricing action and take a walk down memory lane from when the whole debacle happened with Coinbase, how we saw the price pump, how we saw it drop, and then get into the hold account and also make some more cases that you won't be able to deny that are fact that help you to become bullish on Lillian Finance and to show you why this project is very well lined up and doing the things that it needs to do to set itself up for success to be another blue chip cryptocurrency in future years to come. Let's take a look at this, guys. If we go over here to Dex Tools, we can see this. Now, I want to narrow in on this time frame from October on to present. Now, we know we got some announcements that came out saying from the development team saying, hey, we got 2 confirmed top tier 1 centralized exchanges coming out. That's what pumped us all the way up here. We saw the price jump all the way up to 9073 level, almost ready to break that 90 and go into the 80 range. Now, why am I bringing that up? That's a good point. I'm glad you asked. Let's take a look at this, guys. If we go back to the beginning, now it looks scary, guys, because we were really, really hot there at lunch. But you know, a lot of cryptocurrencies have a lot of sell-offs at lunch. The max price that we saw Lillian Finance go to, let's take a look at this. I want to say, and this is not right here because it's showing in thousands of dollars. Let's see here. Let's go over to CoinMarketCap and let's see what we can see here about Lillian Finance. And then we'll be able to see the historical price. There we go. If we go and look at this price history for Lillian Finance, it's loading here. So just give it a second. It should load up. Let's just try to make it load quicker. Okay. So we go here, it's loading it. So we can see, let's look at all available. And we see that according to CoinMarketCap, we saw the price point at its height for Lillian Finance when it came out around February 14th of 2022. So almost a year ago, we saw that it was sitting at 8 zeros, 1721, right? And we saw when the announcements were made that Lillian Finance would be confirmed on 2 top tier 1 centralized exchanges, we saw the price point go to 9073. So we were almost getting back to the level that we saw at lunch, guys. That's just telling you how much built up and pent up demand there is for this project. There are a lot of people that are sitting on the sidelines waiting to get into this project, waiting to FOMO in. As soon as Coinbase, as soon as whatever is the next top tier 1 centralized exchange announces that they will be listing Lillian Finance, that's when major FOMO is going to kick in. And guys, I'm going to tell you this. I still believe Lillian Finance is going to be listed on Coinbase. And I'm going to tell you this. When it is listed on Coinbase, you see this price that we saw, that height right here, which was sitting at 907394 level. We're going to see that smashed. That is my prediction. And you know why? Because it's going to be that much sweeter. Because there are a lot of people out there that are saying it could not be possible. Lillian Finance is not going to be listed on Coinbase. Well, you know what? I've been a member of the Telegram since launch. I've been following this project because we have to stay in tune with projects because we report to you the news on those projects objectively. And what I'm going to tell you is those developers, they have been very, very transparent with the community of the Lillian tribe. They've been very, very, very transparent. Any questions that they are able to answer, they answer those questions. Now, if you get in there fudding, okay, you're gonna get the boot, you're gonna get a ban. That's rightfully so. But the point is, those developers for Lillian Finance have been adamant. That's the word I'm looking for. They have been adamant in terms of saying, listen, nothing's changed. We are still going to be listed on Coinbase. Yeah, we may be delayed, not canceled. Remember, delayed. That's the difference between delayed and canceled. We still going to be listed on Coinbase. And when we do, that's going to be all she wrote, guys, because all of those people that been out there fudding, all of those people that have been out there saying things and they don't really have the understanding of what they're talking about or have that background information or have even been in the Telegram day in and day out, talking with the developers, having insight into those type of things, right? They are out there fudding, but then what's going to happen when Coinbase actually does list Lillian Finance pretty soon? I'll wait. Crickets. That's what's going to happen. So I'm just going to leave it there, guys. I'm not trying to start anything. I'm just saying on this channel, we state the facts. And the facts lead me to say so far, I am still bullish. We at the Crypto Stream are still bullish on Lillian Finance. Now, what I wanted to show you is this. If we head over here to the source of truth, the source of record, the system of record in IT terms, this is Etherscan. This is the system of record for all Ethereum-based ERC20 tokens. Lillian Finance is an ERC20 token. Therefore, we have to go to Etherscan because Etherscan is the open ledger. It is the system of record, the accounting book, if you will, for all things crypto when it comes to ERC20 tokens. Right. If we look at this, we go back in history. Lillian Finance before October, we were struggling. I would even say before Lillian Finance was announced that they were going to be listed on Coinbase, we were struggling to hit that 10,000 holder count. Look where we stand today as of the time of this recording. We're sitting at roughly about 12,000 holders. So we picked up about almost 2,000 holders just in a few months there, guys. There are some cryptos that have been out much longer than Lillian Finance that do not have these number of holders. There are some cryptocurrencies out there that have been existing longer than Lillian Finance that have not seen a positive momentum in terms of traction and gaining new holders. Now, let me say this. Now, we talked about how Lillian Finance was barely trying to scratch the surface and getting 10,000 holders, right? Even right up leading up to the time where it was announced that it'd be listed on Coinbase, that the developers announced that part, right? On December 9th, deadline. We, even after being delayed from being listed on Coinbase, you have not seen this holder count drop dramatically. We're still almost 2,000 holders up from that 10,000 mark. That is impressive, guys. Very, very impressive. Now, what I want to do next is take a quick peek over here at CoinMarketCap, particularly the markets tab. And like, we like to educate you on this channel. So I know this video is long-winded, but it's good content for you to understand why and peer into the mind of us here at the Crypto Stream in terms of why we are still bullish on Lillian Finance. After all, the purpose of investing in crypto is to make money. I understand that Lillian Finance has the foundation side of things. That's great. That's all good and dandy. But we are here to make money and create generational wealth for our families. So I got to keep it 100, guys, and talk about the things that you are coming to this video that you care about. Let's just keep it 100. So with that being said, let's look at this. This is CoinMarketCap. And this, I filtered this on all spots. So this is covering centralized exchanges and decentralized exchanges, right? Shiba Swap is a decentralized exchange. Probit is a centralized exchange. Uniswap is a decentralized exchange. So I don't know why it doesn't list Volti-Change on here, but that is a decentralized exchange, right? So, but the point is, let's just roll with what's listed here. As you can see, the trading volume as of the last 24 hours, almost 99% of all buys and sales for Lillian Finance is coming from Uniswap. The only top centralized, I'm not going to say top, I'm just going to say centralized exchange that's listed according to CoinMarketCap. I understand Lillian Finance is listed on others. I'm just going to go with what's listed here on CoinMarketCap for the sake of our conversation. Probit only makes up about $1 and some change. That seems kind of off there, but let's just say it's right in transactions. So we're looking at only $24,000 in transactions that have occurred over the last 24 hours for Lillian Finance. Guys, if we take a look back over here at historical data, I want to show you something. Remember back when around December 9th when we were supposed to be listed on Coinbase? Look at the trading volume. We went from 174,000. So let's just go back. All right. Let's just go back even farther. Let's walk through this with me. Okay. We're going back. Let's see if I got this filtered on all date range. Let's do last 365 days. Okay. We're going to do January 2022. All right. Now, let's go all the way back. All right. I don't want to load it all the way back, but let's just say here, let's start at September of last year. $1,000-something in volume a day. We hovered around the low 10,000, etc. We had this outlier here that was above 10,000. All right. Then October 7th. This is right around the time when some announcements were made that 2 top tier 1 centralized exchanges had been confirmed. Also, this may have been around the time where the 501c3 was granted and became official. Look at the trading volume. 88,000, 46,000, 210,000. We hovered above that 10,000, 113,000, 123,000. Now, October 24th, 751,000, almost $1 million in transaction and volume buys and sells in a 24-hour period on decentralized exchanges. Now, let's flash forward to the time period where the development team came out and said, listen, we're going to be listed on top tier 1 exchanges, 2, in fact, and one of them going to be Coinbase. Take a look at this, guys. Let me show you. This is the power of the trading volume. We saw December 19th. From December 18th was 91,000. December 19th, $375,000. November 23rd, 1.3 million with an M dollars in 24-hour trading volume. And you see the rest. We hovered above that 100 and some thousand. Then guess what? Right around that date that the developers said, listen, December 9th, shots fired, December 9th. This is that date that we're going to be listed on Coinbase. Look what happened to the trading volume. 647,000 all the way up to $1,029,923, right? That's amazing. And then since we retraced. But the point I'm making to you is this. If we go back over here to markets, the trading volume is coming from Uniswap. There is no top tier 1 centralized exchange listed here. And we still have about 9 zeros to chew through, guys. Hence the low fully diluted market cap of around 1.159269. That is the reason why the market cap is not high as it could be. And that's the reason why we're considering this a low market cap crypto. This, my friends, is where millionaires are made, because you can invest very little sums of money and potentially see a lot of return on your investment when we chew through these zeros here in this price here. For every zero, that's a 10x of your money. So we chew through 1 zero, that's 10x. You put 1,000, that's $10,000. You chew through another one, that $10,000 becomes $100,000. Okay, you chew through 3 zeros, that $100,000 just became $1 million. Don't you think that once Lillian Finance gets listed on a top tier 1 centralized exchange, you're going to chew through some zeros, guys, just from the announcement by the exchange itself? I already showed you over here in the historical data, this volume here. I already showed you over here the pricing action on DEX2s from the perspective of the pricing itself and not necessarily including the volume. I've already showed you those things. I've already showed you the holder count increasing. Now, if Lillian Finance, if and when, because it will be listed on Coinbase, and possibly listed on another centralized top tier 1 centralized exchange, which they've already said they will be. We don't know who it is. They're going to announce it themselves. The exchange is going to announce it. But the point I'm making is this. Once we add in, let's say Coinbase, you're going to see Coinbase become number 1 in terms of the spot, in terms of the top centralized exchange where all the volume is coming at. And so, that's something that you need to be aware of, guys. Now, what I want to do here to bring us on home is let's go take a look at these exchanges and let's look at the volume. because I want to connect these dots. That's what we do here at the Crypto Stream. We don't just talk about news. We help you to understand the concepts. So we go over here to CoinMarketCap. We can see Coinbase is number 2 in terms of 24-hour trading volume. $1.3 billion, guys. That's with a B in transaction volume, buys and sells on a daily basis. Now, this is going to bring me back to the point that I made about disruptive technology and why Lillian Finance is unique. Now, remember how I talked about earlier in this video, I talked about cryptocurrencies. They come out with a swap. They doing all this stuff. All cryptocurrencies coming out with a swap. Whoop-de-doo. Nothing new. What is separating your crypto project from the masses? After so many crypto projects are doing the same thing, it's going to become saturated. Remember that. Case in point number 1. Case in point number 2. Lillian Finance is targeting the medical industry, the healthcare industry. Guys, that is multi-billion, if not trillions of dollars that flow in and out of that industry on a yearly basis. Just here in the United States. And mind you, crypto is global. It's not just limited to these United States of America. Remember that. That's different than the stock market here on the NASDAQ or the New York Stock Exchange or whatever you want to call it. That's different. That's not the same. Not only that, crypto lasts 24 hours. It goes 24/7. It never sleeps. Now, with that being said, don't you think that when Lillian Finance gets listed on a centralized exchange, let's say Coinbase, when it's announced that they're going to be listed on Coinbase, don't you think that once that tweet comes out from Coinbase that goes to all of their millions and millions of users of that platform, they're going to see, hey, this crypto is in healthcare. This is different. This is unique. Oh, and they're coming out with their own medical blockchain. Oh my God. Let me throw some money at it. Oh, and it has all these zeros. Man, I can drop $1,000 in this and get trillions of tokens. I'm game. I'm in. Sign me up. Let me buy some Lillian Finance. And what's going to happen, guys? That's going to drop the number of holders of Lillian Finance up. And Lillian Finance is going to see FOMO like you've never seen before in the crypto space. Mark my word. This is just coming from experience, guys, in my years investing in crypto. I'm just telling you objectively. Now, this brings me to my last point. For all of you, and this is addressing the elephant in the room that I started off with, and that was in regards to Coinbase not listing Lillian Finance yet and delaying the listing. Notice I said delaying. You know, we had a discussion yesterday in the Telegram for Lillian Finance, and we were made aware that there will be a Twitter space being held on Thursday, January the 5th, 2023 at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, that Twitter space is going to be discussing things that the development team has been waiting to discuss. They're going to talk to us. Hopefully, I'm speculating this, but I'm anticipating this is what's going to happen. They are going to come out and discuss with the holders and potential holders and people that are just curious about what's going on with the project, what went wrong. What, not necessarily what went wrong, but where we stand today in terms of being listed on Coinbase and that other top tier 1 centralized exchange. Because remember, they said it was 2 confirmed. We know Coinbase is 1. We don't know the other. And I don't think the development team is going to disclose the other one. Now, with that being said, I don't think the development team is going to tell you the date we're going to be announced to be listed on Coinbase. They learned their lesson from doing that for December 9th, that when it didn't happen. But I do believe the development team is going to come out and also let us know that updated roadmap, some things they've been working on in the background. What's come for this new year? Because guys, we just turned the page. We just licked our fingers and turned the page for 2022, which in my opinion, and this is probably fact based on my knowledge, that 2022 was the most horrific year ever in the history of crypto's existence. We turned the page on 22, guys. All that negativity, we turned the page on that. We're going to 2023. And I believe the developers want to make the community, the Lillian tribe, aware of all of the things that got lined up for this here 2023 and the positive momentum that they are going to start and carry out for the remainder of the year. And one of those things I think they're going to be discussing is the blockchain that they're developing. There was a comment made in the Telegram a few days ago, a week or so ago, about the fact that in Q1 of 2023, there will be beta testing for that medical blockchain. So I'm curious to know if developers are going to talk about that as well. Well, guys, I know I've been long-winded, but I had to come to you with this video to lay the case objectively, because that's what we do on this channel. I had to lay the case to help you to understand why Lillian Finance may need to be one of those cryptos in your portfolio, guys. Remember, we talked about it. We talked about helping you and your family to create generational wealth for you and your family. We got to talk about those projects, guys, that are there, that we see, that are on our radar at their early phases. This is the time you need to get in them if you want to make generational wealth for you and your family, guys. All that we said here is not financial advice, for entertainment purposes only. When I say entertainment, what I mean is for educational purposes only. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Crypto Stream. We're going to come back to you guys with breaking news and some more educational content, guys. That's what we're going to be doing that's new this year in 2023. We hope to see you soon, and you have a great day, guys. Take care.